We love the hand fans. We are a big supporter of hand fans here at the Cup. We love it. Oh boy. Hello, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. And I got a little, thank you. I got a little fruity today, shocker. So I am drinking this cute strawberry rosé. It is a higher ABV than I thought it was, and I would like to encourage everyone to drink responsibly. But if I was drinking it out of anything other than my beautiful wine glass, it would obviously be in my cup mug, because yes, we have merch. So you can get your cup mug and all of our other merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link in the description. And we do ship domestically and internationally, so there are no excuses. And today we're looking at the entire world, because that's what we're talking about. Perfect.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I don't know why. I just randomly decided to pick out this one. I am wearing the lovely Alyssa Edwards. Her shirt, yes. I love Alyssa. But we might talk about that more. Who knows?
What?
I know.
Spoilers.
No. But I am drinking water.
Yes. Okay. And then, hi all. My name is Matthew, and you might know me as BeLackBoy on TikTok. It's BeLackBoy on Twitter, or BeLack_Matt_ on Instagram, or you might not know me at all. And for those of you who don't, I'm a content creator that talks all things World of Wonder and Drag Race, especially that of Drag Race outside of the US. And today I forgot to get wine from the store, so I'm drinking lovely Cutwater vodka mule out of a can, not sponsored, as well as eating my dinner, Chipotle, also not sponsored.
I would love to be sponsored by either of them, honestly. That would be great. But who the hell are you?
Hi. I'm Seddera Side. You might know me from Twitter because I tweet about Drag Race sometimes. You might know me from Instagram as Drag Race Statistics. And that's about it. I'm drinking just regular water as usual. So, yeah.
Looks dirty water there.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a lovely cup of etc. piss.
Exactly. Cheers to it.
We're not talking about her today, and I'm sad about it. But I'm so excited for this video. Thank you both for joining for this, because we are talking about the cast of Global All Stars. It's finally happening.
That's wild.
It's still currently filming. I think there's like 4 or 5 more days of production at the time we are recording this. So it felt like the perfect time to finally get together, spill some tea, talk about this incredible cast, allegedly. Everything is alleged in this video.
Mm-hmm.
And just dive into this beautiful Global All Stars situation. And who better to bring on than 2 of the people talking about Drag Race the most on the internet other than us? Honestly.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
I don't either for any of us. But
Honestly.
It's what we're doing. It's what we're here to do. And I'm thrilled to have you both here. So thank you for joining us. And David, too.
Thank you for having us.
Always happy to have the group, this new lovely group together. But.
Yeah, and it's funny because it was just a few months ago that we talked about the rumored cast for Global All Stars.
And we did.
Yeah, it's super accurate. If you watch
that video is so accurate.
Not even close.
So much accuracy.
I think we got one, right? One?
I don't even remember. I don't remember which rumored list that was, if I'm being honest with you. But because this cast changed so much allegedly.
It was changing in and out up until like literally the day everybody left for filming.
Yeah.
As in, some people we didn't even confirm until they had already been in Colombia. Oh, spoiler.
Ooh. Well, it's filming in Colombia. Spoiler. This whole video is a spoiler. If you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video. Like, we love you if you are here. Thank you. But if you don't want spoilers, this entire video is a spoiler. So,
no boot spoilers, though. Don't worry about that.
No, we are only talking about the cast. We are only talking about that. We might talk about the judges, maybe, potentially, but that's about it. Otherwise, we don't know anything specific about filming. We're just here to talk about the queens, and most of them, I think, we like.
And might I also add, I know this is not my podcast to say this, but also leave those spoilers out of the comments. We don't want to know the elimination order. We don't want to know any challenge winners. We like to keep that on lock.
I appreciate that. So yes, all of that. So with that,
but do leave comments and do subscribe.
Yes, that part, because we are here talking all things drag all the time. Because there's so much of it. So much. But yes, let's talk about it a little bit. So they are filming allegedly. Again, everything is alleged here. But they are filming allegedly in the Paramount Plus studio in Colombia. So the same studio that produced Mexico, Brazil, and Germany.
Which I find personally to be annoying. I'm sorry. I think I think the Paramount Plus studio is beautiful. When we first saw Drag Race Mexico, I was so impressed, especially by the workroom. I think it is the best workroom in the franchise.
Yeah.
The stage, I don't really care about. I think it's kind of ugly, with like the round circle. I don't know. And now that we've had like 3 franchises almost airing at the exact same time, be in the exact same studio, I'm kind of like tired of it. I don't know. I'm having a hard time separating the different franchises from each other because it's on the same set. So the fact that we now have one of the biggest seasons from next year be on that set again, I'm like, I don't know. But we'll see. Maybe they'll change it up a bit.
Yeah. I mean, based on when everything aired this year for those 3 franchises, I think that'll be the first time we see that workroom in 2024. And so I feel like, at least for me, I feel like I'm going to go in and being like, oh my God, this workroom is back. Like, that might be my opinion. But I do kind of agree with you. I maybe wish it was US. And I feel like maybe, I don't know if the production costs were just too high or whatever it is. But they sure flew everybody and their mother down to Colombia, including Mother herself. Because we didn't really know who was going to host for the longest time. We all assumed it would be Rue.
Oh, I assumed it was Rita Baga, but
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would rather have Priscilla before I would have Rita Baga host.
Damn, don't hate on my fake Belgian queen.
Seddera, she studied there. She studied there for 2 months. A summer abroad.
Yeah. She spent time in that country at some point in her long, long, long life.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been studying in the Netherlands for 2 months now, so I should host Drag Race Holland season 3.
Okay. I
think it makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, you have more experience than Fred Van Leer.
That's true. The truth? Oh, ain't that the truth? But yes, we do have Rue. We have Michelle. Not surprised.
Yeah.
No.
The other permanent judges threw me for a loop. I'm going to be honest. Because y'all know the other permanent judges, right?
I don't.
I do.
Do you?
It's not the gay people from Spain, right? I don't think. No, I think that was like debunked.
Yeah,
was it really?
Yeah, I think they're filming the Masked Singer or something.
Okay, good.
I heard those hobbies like 2 months ago, and I think they got debunked.
Yeah,
but I think they might be guest judging in 1 or 2 episodes. I think they are doing that.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kill your fun.
No, you just made us happier.
No, you just made my day. Truly, Matthew, you made my day. Like, I'm thrilled. So I'll take it. I didn't want them anyway. So
I would have a year ago, but after this year, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
But-
I think they're like a fun visual. Because let's be honest, the extra judges, they don't have any say in anything. Same with like Ross and Carson, they don't really do anything. So, I mean, I don't mind looking at the hobbies for like 10 episodes.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm happy that they're not there.
Yeah, that makes me very thrilled because I was still under the impression that they were there. So I'm happy that they're not.
Huh?
But let's just do what we're here to do and talk about this cast because I'm thrilled. I'm excited. We have 12 queens to talk about from 12 franchises of Drag Race, with 3 of the franchises not being represented,
Mhm.
and that being España, Holland, and Thailand. No!
Three
Which
good ones.
sucks.
It's
Because like putting a Thailand queen on would be perfect to like get the fans ready for Thailand season 3 again. So I'm really
Exactly.
disappointed that that's not happening.
And I remember early on too, like the very, very early Global All Stars rumors is that Pangina was going to be the Thailand rep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking to myself, I love Pangina, but I just hope like World of Wonder recognizes that there are 24 queens from Thailand that actually competed on
Yeah.
Thailand that would kill for this chance to get back. And so when Pangina got dropped, I was like, okay, so they're probably going to cast somebody else. But to hear that they didn't cast a single person at all, it's a little disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
And we had rumors of, I think, 3 or 4 different
Mhm.
Thailand queens up until the day that they left for Colombia. And the one specifically that there's the one that was mostly rumored was the one that I hate you. The one that was rumored the most is the one that I'm the most disappointed is not there.
Yeah, me too.
That being Candy Cyanide. And I would have loved to see Candy.
Yeah.
I love the
know.
Vanda rumors. That's what I wanted. I love
I would have been fine with Vanda. I would have been fine with Candy. I would have been fine with Bandit,
Mhm.
who was also rumored for a hot moment.
Yeah,
We didn't
I
get any
think
of
like anyone from that season 2 top 5 would have been spectacular. But I think also with like the amazing the way that everybody remembered season 2, I often think people forget the one season 1 queen. Well, the season 1 queen I want most of all, Anime Wong,
Mhm.
Absolutely.
murder Global All Stars
Absolutely.
For sure.
in every aspect.
And Dearest Doll would be so good too.
Mhm.
Wait, do you hate Srimala?
Me?
Yeah. You think the entire top 5 is so phenomenal?
Yes, love her. Love her. I do think that top 5 is phenomenal. I think that top 6 is great. Wait,
I'm the Srimala hate today. I can't.
I feel like
We
we're just
actually
putting
have
words in my
Srimala in
mouth
the
here.
studio today. She's joining in a second.
Come on in.
Welcome in.
I never said that.
No. I'm just here to ruin your reputation, that's all.
No, literally.
Let's talk about this cast.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Oh, never mind.
we gotta start with Alyssa Edwards for the US. It was back and forth between a couple different names, but it has been confirmed allegedly that it is Alyssa representing the US.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who was it Kennedy Davenport? Wasn't that was the other name I heard of bouncing
Yeah.
around?
Kennedy, and then I heard Naomi for a split
Okay.
second.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but
And
I mean,
Eureka.
I do remember hearing Eureka.
yeah.
But Alyssa makes perfect sense as a choice. If you are going to cast one American queen for Global All Stars, why not go with one of the biggest names out there?
Yeah.
Now, I think one of the most interesting things about casting Alyssa, though, is that she is only one of 2 queens on this cast that wasn't a finalist, right? Ever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting that they kind of have this whole theme of finalists going, and then when it comes to Alyssa, yeah, we'll cast her. But with that being said, she is a very talented queen, very talented artist, and so it makes sense for her to be here. Now, I don't want her to not succeed because I'm okay. Hold on. because I wouldn't say I'm like anti Alyssa. I'm just pro everyone else.
That's fair.
Because I'm like, if you guys want to know one thing about me, I'm going to be team in versus the world or global all stars. I'm going to be team anybody from a non-English franchise, especially queens from a non-RuPaul franchise. Just because I think like these other queens deserve a platform that American queens do have. So it would be great to see Alyssa do well, but I think I just want to see the other girls pass her up.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. But I do love Alyssa, and I'm happy that she's put on the cast, because even though I love the entire speculated cast, I think it's an amazing cast for all the hardcore Drag Race fans. But I think that if not for Alyssa, a ton of regular Drag Race fans wouldn't have watched the season. So I'm happy that she's on to pull in that really big audience. So yeah, and also as Drag Race statistics, I thought that I would figure out like a fun fact or like a record each queen broke. And the only one I could find about Alyssa that's kind of interesting is that she's just the first queen in history to be part of 2 double chantés. And the fun fact is that the only other queen to do it is Eureka, who is also rumored for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so fun.
So yeah.
Okay. Work.
Well, yeah, in 2016, that's kind of when I first got hooked to Drag Race, and Alyssa was a huge part of that. She was my favorite in All Stars 2, and I was devastated both times she left. But there's just something about her. Yeah, she may not be the best in the challenges, she may not have the best runways, but there's just something so lovable about her and rootable, and her personality just slays. So you can't go wrong with this casting choice. Like, it's a no-brainer to me. Like, I think they kind of hit the nail on the head by putting her as the U.S. representation. With that said, I don't think a U.S. queen is going to win this season, which is Alyssa. And that's fair because, like, I don't think we don't need another winner.
We don't need
Come on.
another
We
American
don't.
winner.
But I'm okay with it as long as I get to see Alyssa for at least 75% of this. I'll be perfectly happy.
I absolutely agree with what you were saying, Seddera. I think Alyssa was put on here so that the everyday quote unquote Drag Race fans will watch this season.
Yeah.
I love Alyssa. I am so excited to see Alyssa, especially Alyssa interacting with a lot of the people on this cast. And I have a full slide at the end of everybody, and I want to talk about potential cast dynamics. But for me, I'm going to be honest, as much as I'm happy Alyssa's here and I'm thrilled and I'm going to be rooting for Alyssa, I do kind of wish that the US choice was someone that had not been on All Stars yet to completely level the playing field.
Mm.
That would have been something that I personally would have enjoyed. I'm happy that it's not someone coming back for their 4th or 5th time, though I would have loved to see Juju be on this cast, truthfully, just for the shits and giggles of it all. But I'm happy that it's someone who has been a little bit further removed from being on Drag Race. Mm-hmm. It's been, 7 years since Alyssa's been on Drag Race? And I think we're still going to see a bit of elevation in her drag. And I'm really excited to see what Alyssa is going to do with a completely global cast of people that, let's be honest, she's probably never seen any of these people on TV.
Not at all.
No. I'm excited for this, mostly to see Alyssa on the show, regardless of how she does.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
Same.
I don't even remember who I put next. I don't remember the order I put these in, so this is going to be fun.
I'm so excited.
It's Eva! I did, of course, I had to put Philippines second. So, representing the Philippines, allegedly, is Eva La Queen from season 1. A great choice.
Oh, I think Eva La Queen is a spectacular choice from Philippines. I remember very distinctly I think it was summer 2022 when this was airing, right?
Yeah.
So I remember very distinctly watching this with my friends. And my friends are very much like, they will only watch RuPaul seasons except Down Under and then like Canada, right? So those sort of friends. But they tuned in for Philippines, right? And I remember the whole time watching Philippines 1, we always thought that Eva La Queen was going to be like a sleeper hit. Like she was going to win a challenge late in the game. She was going to like start winning challenges when it mattered most. And, you know, I think that didn't happen for her on Philippines 1. And that happened because of various reasons. this chance for her on Global All-Stars, I think, is her chance to finally reclaim her time. Because even though she was on that season the whole time, it never felt like there was a moment that Eva LaQueen was able to shine when she was up against Marina Summers, Precious Paul Nicole, Zilhouette. So this, I feel like this is going to be her opportunity to get onto a global stage, reclaim her time, and really just show what Philippines drag artists can do to this global audience.
I agree. I'm really excited for Eva LaQueen. I love her. And even after the show, I feel like I definitely fell in love with her on the show. But after, I just kept falling in love with her even more and more, especially a few months ago on the stopover with Marina Summers when she was just like being so shady towards Mama Pao.
The best.
It was amazing. And people also just like said, like, Eva LaQueen has the call for Global All-Stars, so she can be mean to Mama Pao.
Mhm.
Like, it doesn't matter. And also something that I love about Eva LaQueen is that she's a pathological liar, which is my favorite because I didn't know this before I researched for like fun facts about her. But on the show, she said that she was 29. So like the name card in the confessional says 29. She was actually 34. And she's confirmed this in a tweet apparently. So Hollywood Star was not the first to lie about her age.
Eva LaQueen
Eva was the first.
walked so Hollywood could run.
Exactly.
I love it.
Wait, isn't that like the same ages too, like 29 and 34? That
It was 28 and 34.
28, yeah.
Wow.
dang it.
Almost.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I adore Eva. She was absolutely one of my favorites on season 1 of Philippines. And I've said it before when we talk about Philippines. I don't think any queens work harder than the Filipino queens because
Agreed.
they are workhorses. They take care of their crafts. They make sure that they are well-rounded at everything. And while she didn't get any wins on her season, I think she's going to be a force in Global All-Stars. I think she's absolutely somebody you don't want to sleep on because she could win. If she wins this season, I will not be surprised. She's absolutely one of my favorites.
Mhm.
Put her in the top 4 already.
So she may or may not be my winner pick
Mhm.
because
Wow.
she may or may not have been my winner pick for Philippines season 1. I, from the start, from the Meet the Queens of season 1 of Philippines, I said Eva LaQueen is my bitch. I love her. That is who I'm rooting for. And I ended up rooting for almost everybody on that cast. But for me, Eva, to everything all of y'all said, she never truly got her time to shine on season 1 of Philippines. And I'm so thrilled that they made this choice specifically right now for her. She is such an incredible artist. She brought some of my favorite looks from season 1 of Philippines.
That finale look.
The Filipino representation on international drag race all-star seasons in 2024 is spectacular.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for her and another person to absolutely dominate both of their seasons for
And
sure.
allegedly a third one who got a call, allegedly.
Ooh.
And I'm excited about that third person too. So I'm thrilled. But also for all of you Drag Race Philippines fans, because I know you're going to be in the comments of this video, we are doing re-reviews of season 1 of Drag Race Philippines, and that will be out shortly. We love you. We appreciate you. It just takes some time to produce the series. But we're coming. We got you.
And I do want to throw in there, I think one of my like quotes, drag race quotes that I've done the most is from Eva, because I'm always saying, I'm a trash. It's a very sad moment, but it's so quotable.
She is not trash. And I'm very excited for Eva. So excited. So the Muse for France, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So to Muse. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my predictions to myself because I know they've been very cursed in the past.
Please don't curse anybody. Matthew, don't do it. Please.
I won't say what I hope for So to Muse, but I will say I hope Soa Demuse. Okay, I just you know what? Should I risk it? Should I risk it?
Do it.
Do
Soa
it.
Demuse is my winner.
Oh no, she's not gonna win!
It's over.
No!
Okay.
Me when I literally just picked Eva as my winner pick, but like, okay.
Okay. So fun. If any of the viewers for this video do not know me on Twitter, fun fact about me: almost every time I make like a top 4 prediction, I make a winner prediction. It never goes well. Like it just
almost every time, love.
Every time.
Oh, hold on. I got 3 out of 4 on Germany. So
Good for you.
There you go.
that's a good
Who did you not have?
I put Lele Cuckoo. Lele.
I have the same problem. I can't see.
Yvonne Nightstand. So
Valid.
So I had Kelly, Pandora, Meta, and Lele.
Valid.
But anyways, Soa Demuse is I'm one of my top 5 favorite Drag Race alum of all time. I am obsessed with Soa Demuse ever since she graced the screen on France season 1. I was team Soa Demuse in that top 3, even though that's one of the most stacked top 3s ever from France 1. One of the closest calls ever on Drag Race. I was still full force team Soa Demuse. And a lot of that came from her explosive premiere. A lot of that came from her amazing runways that she carried. She truly was everything to me. And seeing her finally get this call on a RuPaul season, no less. I'm glad she didn't get on Canada versus the World, but on a RuPaul season, because I know RuPaul's going to love her. And I'm just so excited for her.
I know, I love her. And she was my winner pick the second the promo came out. Also just because I have a crush on her, but also just because I love her. I think she's amazing. Even during the season, she just kept throwing it out. Even when she was in the bottom, those lip syncs are like some of my favorite lip syncs from that season. And that's also what my fun fact is about, because Soa is actually the only queen ever to win the first maxi challenge and then place in the bottom on episode 2 and 3. No one's ever done that except for her. I mean, India Farah did, but we don't that's India Farah.
Who?
India Farah.
I don't know her.
Oh, exactly. The one with the tooth.
I don't know her.
So yeah, I'm really excited for Soa. I think she's gonna do really good, and I think RuPaul is gonna love her.
Yeah, I am super excited for Soa. I think she had kind of a bumpy ride on season 1 of France. She had ups and downs. I think she was kind of underrated sometimes. There were times when she was low when she should not have been. But for me, her biggest kind of struggle throughout the competition was some of her runways. Some of her runways are incredible, but there were other ones that left a bit to be desired. But I'm really excited because she's actually probably one of the more seasoned queens from this group, considering, it was only a year and a half ago that she was on TV, but that's longer than most of this cast. But I think she's going to come with some really strong runways. We're going to see a more polished, more expensive looking version of her. And I think that's really going to help her out because she really has pretty much all the ingredients you could ask for. And I think she's the only Black representation, right?
There's one more, isn't there?
Is there?
I think the Down Under rep.
Oh, isn't she South
Half.
Pacific? I'm not sure, but we definitely
not the
have
last POC, but
right.
Yeah.
But she's going to be some strong representation for Black Queen. So I'm really excited for people to get to know her that have never seen her before.
Oh baby, when the spoilers changed last minute and it wasn't Soa Demuse and then it was Soa Demuse, I screamed a scream that I had never screamed in my life. And the person who was rumored before Soa for France would have been a lovely choice in my opinion. However, this is it. I love Soa. I think she is the right choice for a cast like this. I definitely agree. I think her runways were either the biggest of hits or the biggest of misses, really, for me. And I'm just so excited to see what she can do with, like you were talking about, David, the little bit more time that she's had post Drag Race compared to some of the girls who went immediately without even their entire season airing fully.
Right.
And that's not their fault. It's on production for doing it when they did. But I'm excited to see what she's gonna do. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see Rue interacting with Soda Muse. And I'm thrilled for her. She deserves this, and I'm thrilled.
She does.
Oui.
Oui, d'accord.
Oh my god.
My
This is my
goodness
winner.
gracious. And that's a great choice, because next up, friend of the pod, Tessa Testicle from Dark Race Germany.
Has Tessa been on before?
No, we've spoken a lot. She didn't have an opportunity to come on the pod before going to film this. Because I literally don't think there would have been enough time between her getting eliminated and her going to film this.
Okay.
So I'm hoping for the future, but her and I have spent a lot of time talking. She is an absolute gem. We adore her here. So I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
Thrilled.
Like, seeing Tessa Testicle on was a pleasant surprise, because especially in those early days of the spoilers, you heard, oh, they're going to try to go for all runner-ups. They're going to try to go for all finalists.
Yeah.
And then randomly hearing Tessa Testicle, who got, 8th place, was in the bottom 4 out of 5 episodes. That was just such like an out of left field pick. But with that said, I love Tessa Testicle. And seeing her be like the wild card pick, because that's what she is the most wild card pick here. Seeing her on this cast, so happy for her. And I just want her to reference her leggings. I want her to
I need it. I need her walking in just leggings. That's what I need.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just want everything for her and more, especially just coming from a season like Germany. Out of all the Columbia seasons, is probably the least talked about. The furthest, what's like the, I don't know how to phrase this, but like didn't make it the furthest on her season.
The earliest out.
Huh?
The earliest out of
the earliest out. Thank you. I don't know why that blanked on me.
You're good.
The earliest out. But even with like her poor placements, she still has a lot of talents that she needs to show. So I'm very excited for her.
I love her. I'm so excited to hear RuPaul say the name Tessa Testicle. Like, I cannot wait for that.
I cannot wait for Alyssa Edwards to acknowledge Tessa Testicle. Like, that is one of the things I am looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I know. I just find her fascinating. I think it's so fierce to survive 3 bottom placements in the first 4 episodes. She's the only queen to ever do that on like a regular season. I just find it fascinating. I find it hilarious. I'm obsessed with it. She is my winner pick. I think out of all of these queens, all of these finalists, I think Tessa Testicle, who had only placed once above the bottom 2, should win. Like, I just think that's hilarious. So yeah, I love this queen. I'm excited. And also, she's really hot out of drag. So
yeah,
I hope she makes it far.
Yeah, I adore Tessa. Fun fact, I was the first person to ever buy merch from Tessa's website. I still haven't received it. Tessa, if you see this, please make sure that my shirt did not get lost in
She's a little busy, David.
She's busy lip syncing.
Who knows when
Probably.
I'm
for the win.
There we go.
I hope so.
Yeah, my biggest fear when I saw the cast, seeing that everybody was a finalist except for Alyssa and Tessa, was, are they casting Tessa to be the first out? If they're doing that, then that's dirty. And it would not be the first time she's done dirty by the Drag Race franchise. I think she was severely underrated during her season. I honestly don't think I would have had her in the bottom any of the times she was in the bottom 2. That might be a hot take. But I think that she has a lot of talent and she really has personality. And I think that's going to be her secret advantage she has in this cast, because we have a lot of like likable, kind of nice personalities that are going to get along with everybody. I think Tessa might be a little feisty. Remember her kind of going at Kelly? We might see her do that with some people on here. So I'm really hoping she can go far. That would be incredible.
That's my baby right there. I'm so when I saw spoilers and it said Tessa Testicle, I was like, you're fucking joking. And I screamed a scream I had never screamed before. It was the first time. The second time was for Soa. But this casting choice, like you said, Matthew, is just so out of left field in the best possible way.
Yeah.
And she beyond, her and I talking before and her being a fan of our podcast, I truly do believe of anybody from Drag Race Germany, except for maybe one person, and I'm not going to say who that is because I don't think everybody here is caught up on certain things. I think she is one of the, other than Kelly, I think she is the most deserving person for this cast. And those would have been my 2 picks, hands down, no question. And to actually see Tessa doing this, I'm thrilled. I think it's such a great choice. I love also that it's not a German queen representing Drag Race Germany. I think that's so fun. That's my baby right there. That's my heart pick, hands down, no question. Mm-hmm. And I think of anybody, to what you were saying, David, I think she might have the most nerve on this cast. If we're going off of the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, I think she has the most nerve on this cast. And I don't think she's going to be afraid to speak her mind when she needs to. And that's what I'm excited to see.
True. And she also kind of has nothing to lose in this cast. Like, she has the most to gain out of anyone.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Which is exciting to see. Also, I'm kind of freaked out by this promo look. The way that her face is on the side. Like, do you see that? That's kind of
they have it for all of them. All of the promos.
I've never seen that. That's kind of scary.
Really?
Yeah. In the full photos, all of them are like that.
And then the top of her wig above, like
Nikita's is worse. Nikita's is worse.
Nikita's is crazy. How they
Nikita's is bad.
Now, okay,
Nikita is bad. Sorry, I'm a Nikita hater.
That is true.
I'm a Nikita lover.
Drag her. Now, Logan, with you bringing up Tessa, probably from this cast has the most nerve. If there's going to be anybody, if there's going to be a single person from this cast that is going to send home a bitch that won 3 challenges in a row, it's going to be Tessa Testicle.
Yep.
If they're going to, I don't know the format, but if they're going to do Lip Sync for Your Legacy, she would eliminate the front runners. She would eliminate the Ru girls. She would eliminate them all with
She would eliminate RuPaul.
She would eliminate RuPaul, Michelle Visage, the cameraman, the PAs,
It's Tessa Testicle's Drag Race.
Yeah. I love it.
And also, looking at the cast, watch out for her in a design challenge.
Oh, yeah. The one challenge she did well.
Yep.
But I do agree with you, David. The only time I would have had her really in the bottom was the acting improv when they did it in the trios. That's the only time I would have put her in the bottom.
Really?
Upon reflection, yeah. But
we don't have to get into that.
We have a whole series talking about Drag Race Germany. So if you want to pop on for Germany finale, feel free. Who's next?
My queen,
Athena.
Home turf for Seddera side.
I know. I'm kind of proud that she's on. I'm rooting for her just because she's Belgian.
You want to start off on Athena said?
Sure. I'm just really excited. I think out of the entire Drag Race Belgique cast, she was kind of like the one to pick. I mean, she even said it on the show. And I mean, Peach, that's like...
That would have gagged the fuck out of me, and I would have lived for it.
I know. I'm so excited. I hope she's on like Canada vs. the World or just something. We need Peach again. But yeah, so I think she's amazing. I love that in the finale of Drag Race Belgique, she just said, I'm not winning this one. I'll wait for All Stars. That whole thing is so funny to me. A fun fact, I couldn't really think of anything about Athena Tsirkulikis, only that she is the only queen in history to be offered a nasty drink by Seddera side by accident. I went to this club and she was there, apparently. She performed in drag for a few numbers, and then it was at this point like 4 a.m. or something. I was on a different planet. And we were about to go home, and I still had like a full glass of like, I don't know what it was, some alcoholic drink. And I was just like, I need to go, but like I'm not wasting this. Like, I need to get it to someone. So I just touched someone randomly on the shoulder. I can only see their back. So I'm like, just to ask, like, hey, do you maybe want this? I haven't drank any of it. I have to go. Who turns around? Athena Tsirkulikis out of drag. And I was gagged. I was so gagged.
Baby.
And she just said, no, I don't drink. And then I just left. So yeah, she went to Global All Stars with that experience, you know.
She met Set her
Be my
aside.
The one and only. Maybe she will do me for a Snatch game. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. But I love her. I'm really excited for her.
Yeah, Athena. Oh, because she changed her drag name recently, didn't she? It's Athena Leakes.
Athena Leakes.
Yeah, Athena Leakes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for her. On Belgique, I knew, like, when we were going into the finale, I knew Quen was winning.
Yeah.
That didn't stop me from being Team Athena. I was obsessed with Athena. She really was the moment. I absolutely love her style. Her, like, first runway look, I don't remember what the theme was. It was like,
it was
Belgian
Belgian colors. It was the Belgian flag.
The Belgian flag. That first
Belgian
run
would know.
says the one person who watched Belgique, I think. I don't even know.
We covered it.
Right.
I didn't even watch all of it. I saw like half of the episodes.
I skipped half of like the 2 episodes before the finale. Anyway,
never forget Seddera Side's little YouTube series, The Other Side.
I was like, oh my god, Drag Race Belgium is happening. I have to review it, and then I just couldn't even finish watching the season, so I didn't even finish my show.
Oh god.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely love Athena. I want to say another prediction, but I don't want to. Another hope.
Don't. Save me, please.
You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care.
sabotage.
I want to wear my heart on my sleeve. I want to be honest with my feelings. I think I'm Team Francophone. I want an Athena Soa top 2. That is my top 2.
All right.
I love Athena, and I'm very excited to see her on this season, and I think she's going to be a real threat. Do I think RuPaul's going to recognize that quality? Maybe not, but I still see it.
And when they're the first 2 out, what about it?
Oh no.
I don't know. Elimination spoilers.
I don't either, but I mean, okay. I don't know if I just can't think of a universe where Athena would be first out, or Soa for that matter. But I don't know.
You're putting way too much into the universe.
I know.
This is not good.
Well, I don't know. I think that Athena is probably one of the biggest wild cards among this group, because I really could see it going any way from her. I think what makes her unique here is, I think, compared to most of the other queens in the cast, she was in such a dominant season. Drag Quen was killing that season. There was never a world where she was not going to win. She won, I don't know, close to half of the challenges, if not half. And yeah, it just felt like there was never really room for anybody else to fully succeed in that cast. So I'm excited to see how she can do on a more even playing field here. But I do love her. She was solidly my 3rd favorite that season, because I love Quen and I love Peach. But I'm very excited for her, and I hope she does well. I just could see it going either way. I have no idea.
Yeah.
In a universe where Matthew was Team Athena when we all knew Quen was winning, my ass was over here Team Susan, knowing that Quen was winning. I love Athena as well. Susan's great. The cast of Belgique season 1 is pretty great top to bottom, honestly. Mm-hmm. No, I'm interested. I'm interested with Athena. I think having the Drag Race experience, I think she's going to learn a lot about herself that maybe she didn't know prior. Like, I think she's going to realize that she's a lot funnier than she thought she was. And I think that's going to work to her advantage. I think she's another one that has kind of the most to gain from doing this season, because, again, there were like 4 people that watched Belgique, and 3 of them are sitting here. And I don't know if David finished it. So
I watched it all.
All 4 people that watched Belgique are sitting right here. So, I'm interested, I'm intrigued, and I'm excited for Athena.
I know, but the whole funny thing is something that I'm kind of worried about with this cast, since more than half of the queens are not native English speakers. And this is something that I can definitely relate to, because English is like my 3rd language, and it's so difficult being quick and funny in a different language. That's why I'm so worried for these queens, especially in challenges like Snatch Game or something, which I kind of hope they skip this season, because I don't think it's fair. Yeah, I'm worried about that.
Yeah,
it's 10 times harder.
I'd have to imagine. I mean, okay, Drag Race producers have let us down before, but I have to imagine that is one of the first things that you would think of
Right.
when trying to cast a season of Global All-Stars. And so I think they're gonna like try to cater to the queens before catering to the challenges. So maybe they'll do like a revamped. I hope we can only
I
hope
hope so.
so much. So I think I would hope that they would do like a revamped Snatch Game, or maybe they'll try to do something celebrity impersonation wise in order to like accommodate these queens who's like they might be fluent in English, but that doesn't mean that they can pick up on the cadences of jokes in English, or that they can like drop a witty response in English on the fly, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I hope that they would try to like cater and accommodate these international queens.
I hope so too.
Or do something where no one goes home during Snatch Game or something like that. Because
Mhm.
there's talks that there's a certain number of episodes that each queen is guaranteed in their contract or something. We still don't know the full tea about that. But I hope that if that is the case, that I hope that no one goes home on Snatch Game. That's my personal hope if they do it, which I would like to see Snatch Game. I think I want to see a Snatch Game from everybody. But I hope it's a challenge where no one goes home. That's
true. Yeah,
that's my
I
hope.
agree with that.
Let's talk about Galavaro for Mexico.
Yeah. I like Galavaro. I really enjoyed Galavaro, especially like in the preseason lead up to Mexico 1. She was very active on social media. She was very lovely, very, very wonderful to interact with. And on the season, she was the confessional queen, and that made me love her a lot more. But I have to say, I don't know why, and I say this with like the most care and respect. She's one of the few I'm like least excited for on this cast. There are just a couple other queens from Mexico that I would have cast before her, but
Magos.
Margaret, yeah.
Margaret.
Oh,
That's
God. I could not hear a thing. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh my gosh. But that being said, Gala is a runway queen. I'm going to say this about every queen on this cast. They're beyond talented. And that means with their talent, I'm going to be excited to see them on Global All-Stars. And I just think she's a very funny, very cute, adorable drag artist, and also very hot out of drag. I do have to like probably okay. For me, probably like the trade of the season, almost. Like I think Gala is very attractive.
It's Gala and Tessa for me.
Okay. I think Gala and Soa for me.
That's also very valid.
Athena's really cute too.
Athena is cute.
Mm-hmm.
And so is Eva.
And a lot of people we haven't talked about yet too. Ooh, this is a hot cast. Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm excited now.
Yeah, I just think it's the funniest thing too. I don't know if you guys saw, but they had like their little Drag Race Mexico tour. I'm gonna say like tour lightly. It was 2 shows in Guadalajara and Mexico City. And I'm telling you, Gala, she was part of that lineup up until the night of the show. Like up until that night of the show that she dropped a video last minute and said, "Oh guys, I'm sorry I can't make it." You know, when everyone in the crowd was like, "Okay, we know where you're at now." But so I'm just excited to see her, of course, but she's not going to be the one that I'm like spearheading for.
No, I mean, I don't hate Galavaro like you. I'm excited for her.
Okay.
I'm kidding. No, I'm excited for her. I enjoyed her on her season. Fun fact about her is that every time she won or placed top 2 on a challenge, it was alongside Matraca, which I think Matraca out of the entire Drag Race Mexico cast was kind of like the standout, the fan favorite, and like I think the number 1 pick to go for like a global all-star season. So I'm kind of disappointed that she wasn't asked. But I think Gala is an amazing choice, and she'll be fun. I don't really know what to expect from her in this season, but I'm excited to see it. I think it could go either way. She could do either like really well, or I could see her be like an early out, unfortunately.
Also, David, before you go, I'm sorry. I also think Matraca doesn't speak English. I don't think she's fluent in English.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's why she wasn't asked.
A lot of our like faves and like people that I wish would have been cast, I think that was like the biggest hindrance to them not being cast. Now, España versus the world, that's where I want to see Matraca win.
Or honestly, just imagine not speaking English and still coming to this season and just like being there. just smiling and waving. I think that's kind of fun. Honestly, missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
Wasn't that literally?
Never mind. Wasn't that like Jessica Wilde in season 2?
Oh no.
No,
wow.
Wasn't it? Isn't it?
No.
The chicken interfered. Where's Jessica Wilde on this cast?
Where is Jessica Wilde?
That would have been a great pick.
Mhm.
I love Jessica Wilde so much.
Me too.
She should be on the judges panel.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gala, I love Gala. She was definitely one of my favorites in Drag Race Mexico. And I spent the first half of the season defending her from Lana, who's not here, because Lana's super new to Drag Race, so I don't think really got the like playful shade that Gala would give out, and she thought it was more mean-spirited. She came around and started to see how I saw Gala. But that leads into the fact that I think Gala is going to be a great personality. She's going to be a spicy personality in this cast. I could see her having fun fights, not anything that's, I don't know, going to be too serious. And of course, her runways are often like incredible. There were a few times we came for her for like a crunchy wig here and there.
More than a few.
Well, a couple of times. But I still love her, and I think she could do quite well. The Mexico cast holds a special place in my heart. That was such a fun season to talk about, even if we had issues with production and favoritism and whatnot. But I do love Gala, and I hope she succeeds.
Was that your first full season with the Cup, David?
I think so, because España I came in like part of the way through.
See, I was over here championing Serena Morena as the Mexico pick, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But no, I'm very excited for Gala. I think Gala is an interesting choice. I want Gala fighting with Alyssa Edwards. That's what I want.
Yes.
I want just like an untucked
physical or verbal?
Verbal.
Okay.
I want to see Gala and Tessa physically fighting.
Okay.
Oil wrestling specifically. Anyway, no, I think Gala's a great choice. I think of the people from season 1 of Drag Race Mexico, I think she is kind of the right choice for quality of drag, for quality of, speaking English, because I don't think a lot of that cast is really fluent in English. I think the thing that brings her above a lot of the other people on here is this will be her third televised drag program. She's got a little bit more of an advantage as opposed to some of these other queens that are just coming off of their season. Mexico's been off air for a little bit. Plus, I mean, she has her experience with La Mas Draga. Be it, the experience that she did have in doing the whole duo thing. But I'm interested. I'm excited. I agree with you, Matthew. I don't think she's someone that I'm going to be, oh my God, Galavaro. But I'm going to be like, I want you to succeed. And if you do well, I'm going to be thrilled about it. So. Queen Kong!
I love her.
She better barrel roll into that workroom.
Okay.
Come on now.
Yeah. Queen Kong, love her, love her, love her. I said it when we got to Alyssa Edwards. I'm probably not going to be team anybody from a RuPaul franchise except for Queen Kong. Except for Queen Kong. I love Queen Kong. Absolutely adore her. Probably my favorite from Down Under 2, even on a season with Spanky Jackson, even on a season with Yuri Guy. Queen Kong was just one of
Minnie Cooper.
Minnie Cooper. We plead the Pomara Fifth.
We sure do. Thanks to her.
But yeah, absolutely adore Queen Kong. I think with this new opportunity for her, because I remember on Down Under 2, she was having, she was struggling with feeling confident in herself, or rather, production was trying to convince us that she was struggling with her confidence. Those sort of things. Say it, Logan. Speak on it.
Oh no, baby! You said it. You said everything that needed to be said.
No, I think your look said everything that needed to be said.
I think so.
But yeah, I think this time around, after she's had this experience, after she's had this time since Down Under 2, because she's one of the few that has had like more of an extended period of time from her original season, as David brought up with Eva. I think she's going to come in with a new identity, and she's going to take that to the challenges. take that to her lip syncs. I think she's going to be a force to be reckoned with on Global All Stars.
I agree. I'm really excited for her. And also I'm wondering, because she was on Drag Race Down Under season 3 as like a choreographer, right? And then there was this whole issue where the choreography she made was not used in like the final performance. That all happened like a few weeks, days before she left for filming.
It airing, yeah.
It aired, yeah. I wonder if any of that tension will walk into the workroom with her. So yeah, and also I couldn't really find any Drag Race facts about her, only that she plays harp. So that might be a talent show. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited about Queen Kong. I love her. I think she's really fun. I wish we got to see more of her fun personality on the show. Because if you watch a ton of like her post Drag Race interviews and stuff like that, she's really funny. And she has won like a bunch of awards in Australia since the show. So I'm excited for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually think Queen is one of the biggest contenders to win this. I think she has the charisma, probably more than most of this cast. There's something about her personality that just like draws you in. She's another one I thought had some hit or miss runways on her first season. I think they're going to be all hits this season. I would not be surprised if we come away saying most improved runways are from Queen Kong this time. Yeah, I just think she's got a lot of the ingredients to succeed here. So pencil her in for the finale, I think.
Matthew, don't do that, Matthew.
Don't. Of anybody here, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Oh, guys, I want Alyssa Edwards to win the whole thing.
Thank you.
What's the one prediction that comes true? Like,
right.
Yeah.
And I could see it happening. That's the worst part. No shade to Alyssa, but I could see that happening easily. But I couldn't agree with you more, David. I think Queen is the perfect pick for this cast for Down Under, and I'm thrilled that of the people that they could have picked, I am so happy that it is someone that is Maori, because I think bringing that culture to a global stage is going to be so important for so many Maori people, and I'm thrilled. Could not be more excited for that specifically, but also for Queen. Again, really hot. This cast, as we're learning, as we're going through, really hot. But I think she was a little slept on Down Under season 2. But if anybody is going to lip sync their way out of anything on this season,
it's Tessa Testicle. Oh, yeah.
And it's Queen Kong and Tessa Testicle.
I want to see that lip sync.
I want to see, honestly, I hate three-way lip syncs, but I want to see Alyssa Edwards versus Queen Kong versus Tessa Testicle.
I'm down.
Versus Bithia, just throwing her in there.
Oh no!
Spoiler! I think she might actually be next in the slideshow. But no,
look at that.
I love Queen. I think she's the only person on this cast that I actually have had the chance to meet. I met her at DragCon this year. Could not be nicer. Could not be more of a lovely soul. Fully stopped me at one point because I was working for Mini Cooper, so that's probably why. But fully took the time, like asked who I was, asked what I was doing, asked if I was enjoying DragCon, like took the time out of her very, very busy day to like interact with me. And it was such a small thing, but it was so meaningful. And I love her. I'm rooting for her.
That's amazing. I have a theory. So Down Under season 4 is happening.
Correct.
And I have a prediction that RuPaul isn't returning, which I wouldn't mind. And what if Queen is the host and they're like kind of getting us ready and she's gonna have like an amazing arc, and then she's like right after Global All Stars airs, it's Down Under 4, and she's gonna. I see it.
If she comes away as the winner of this, and then her and Spanky host Down Under 4, that's what I want.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Yeah, and if they're not the hosts, it should be Amo.
Of course.
Yes.
I think.
Of course. We got to loosen everybody up for Down Under 4.
Yeah.
I really hope Bethia is next in this slideshow.
Oh, no.
Aww.
No, but it's Nehelenia.
Oh, no, Dave.
Not the oh, no.
Just don't know that you were wrong.
I know. But a great queen nonetheless, Nehelenia from Drag Race Italia.
So excited for her. So excited for her. When there was like still a lot of uncertainty about Global All-Stars, and I was like making my little fan cast or whatever, the two choices that I wanted more than anybody were Enorma Jean and Nilenia. Now, for those of you who weren't keeping up with the cast, Enorma Jean was on this list for the longest time.
95% of the spoiler season.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, like the first like 2 weeks, Enorma Jean was the pick, and so I was gung ho. When she got dropped, I was very sad. But to hear like Nilenia was the replacement as my second choice, I was ecstatic. Nilenia is just such a sweet and kind soul. I've never interacted with her in person, but I've interacted with her online. She is one of the sweetest and most genuine people that you will ever meet. Even if she goes into this and flops every single challenge, I'm not saying that she will. I think she has what it takes to win this. But even if she goes in there, flops every single challenge, she's going to bring so much heart, so much energy, so much kindness to the season. And sometimes in Drag Race, we live for the drama, but we also live for the heart. And I think Nilenia has what it takes to like be like central in a lot of that.
I agree. I mean, one thing she's not going to do is flop the mini challenges.
Okay.
She is the queen of the mini
part.
challenges. And that's a fun fact. She is one of only 3 queens to win the first 3 mini challenges of a season, alongside Matilda, of course, and Scarlet Harlot. But yeah, I'm really excited for her. Some of my favorite runways from season 2 of Italia were from her. And I believe she's also the only Miss Congeniality in this cast. Which
I think so.
Yeah, so that's fun. I'm excited for her. I think she's a sweetheart. I've seen videos of her performing. I'm really excited for her.
I'm surprised there aren't more miscongenialities on this cast, actually.
Right? But she's the only one.
Yeah. The only thing I'm not excited about is trying to pronounce her name because I still can't get it right. Nihilenia. It's a Pokemon, right?
Now don't
I don't
come
know
up
these
here.
things.
Don't
I
come
don't
up
know
in
these
here
things. I'm
and
sorry.
disrespect Pokemon like that, David
Or
Healy. No,
is it from Digimon? Hold on.
it's one of the two.
It's one of those. I think Italia is slept on. I know we all have issues with Italia, but they have some extremely talented queens, and she's one of them. I think if she's another one who was in a season that was so dominated by their winner, but she absolutely could have won if La Diamond wasn't there. She was just killing it with the runways, with the mini challenges, even the main challenges. She was doing very well, and so I think she absolutely is a contender here. So I'm excited for everybody to actually see her and be like, okay, those Italia girls, don't sleep on them. They're talented.
I mean, our issues with Italia have never been with the casts, in my personal opinion. Go check out our review of Drag Race Italia. But I'd say a lot over there. I was the most interested to see who was going to represent Italia. And when it was a Norma for the longest time, I was like, this is going to be good. Because if nothing else, she's going to give drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a similar feeling to you, Matthew, when she got dropped. But then Helenia popped in and I said, oh, how perfect of a pick. Truly, how perfect of a pick. I think she has everything it takes to win this season. And I think it's going to be the biggest gag if she wins this season out of anybody. Because Italia is kind of one of, if not the most slept on franchises. And they consistently have given really great entertainment now for 3 seasons. And so I'm thrilled, A, that Italia is even taking part in this. There was a bit of me that was like, they may not. I'd seen for a minute that Italia wasn't going to have a rep, but I'm thrilled that it is Helenia.
Yeah. Also, it's a character from Sailor Moon. I did confirm that.
Sailor Moon.
We learned that in La Mastraga last week, or 2 weeks ago.
The fans came for us because David and I didn't grow up watching Sailor Moon.
Oh.
I don't
even know what Sailor Moon is.
It's an anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
fabulous and very gay.
It was for the girls and gays. It really was. Honestly, I would even say just for the gays.
Kind of.
No, it's for the girls and gays. But yeah, it was very popular back in late 90s, maybe early 2000s. So very popular. And obviously it was on Nilenia's TV. And so much so that she identified with, like, I think it was like the villain too, Queen Millennium.
Yeah, I think it is too.
So I'm just so excited for her. And you guys brought it up before. Just one more thing to add about her.
Oh, go on.
I said it before. If I ever did like a top 10 runways from Drag Race Italia ever, it would be like 5 from La Diamond and the rest from like Millennia. Like,
don't do that to Farida.
Huh?
Don't do that to Farida.
Yeah, Farida would get 10, maybe 11.
The wedding dress?
Yeah, that was like number 11. I'm telling. Okay, here we have Millennia's sign, like an astrological sign. We have La Diamond's astrological sign. We have La Diamond's design look. Okay, it's like it's going to be a lot of La Diamond, and then Millennia's butterfly look. I don't know, just so many heavy hitters. Yeah, I would say it's
the whole performance, like the entire act of the wedding dress. Also, can I brag? I own a piece of the wedding dress.
Do you really?
Yeah, when I met Farida Khan at DragCon last year, she recognized me. We had a really sweet conversation, and then the dress was in the booth, and she took a scissor and she cut a tiny piece off and she gave it to me.
Oh my god,
that's so fierce.
Yeah, it's back at my home in Belgium, but I wish I could show it right now. But yeah, it's true.
No.
So yeah, that's my number one look.
Same.
The real tea, though. Very happy for you, Sad. The real tea, though, is allegedly Italia is getting its own All Stars as well. Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Farida said she would only want to come back if it's in Italian season.
I mean, she doesn't speak English, so
that too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So we might still be seeing her soon, but who knows?
I hope so.
I love that.
I hope so.
Then she could also be making millions.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
I'm so excited for all of these average entertainers on this Global All-Star season. Truly and honestly, I'm so excited.
Oh, Kitty.
Kitty's got claws from the UK.
Yeah, what an interesting choice for UK.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, and that's not to be shady, but when you look at like UK's drag race UK's lineup of icons and legends of Tace, Bimini, Davina, Cheddar, you have a lot of these queens. I think Kitty is like sort of an unexpected pick, one that you wouldn't see coming. That is not to say that Kitty is not a legend and icon status, but she's one that you wouldn't expect to see at first. On UK3, I would say she was one of my favorites. I think she was so funny and so camp. I just loved her style. So I'm excited to see her on Global All Stars. I mean, I'm going to say that about anybody on Global All Stars, but Kitty, yeah, I'm excited to see what she'll bring.
I agree. I'm really excited for her. I totally fell in love with Kitty starting at the promo. I think she had the funniest Meet the Queens video of the entire season. I just love her. Also, I think that maybe the reason that they picked her is because she is such a good representation of UK drag, like that, the stereotypical UK drag. I think she is amazing at that. I'm really excited for her. Also, I think she's kind of slept on season 3. I mean, Crystal and Ella obviously did amazing, but so did she. She never placed below safe the entire season. She had 2 challenge wins. So I think she could do really well in this season. And I mean, RuPaul loves her already. So I think she could make it really far.
Yeah, what's interesting about Kitty is I think she might be second or third most removed from their season among this cast. We have Alyssa, and then it's Kitty and Pythia. Spoiler again.
Spoiler.
I know. But I think Kitty is an interesting one because I think she has her own specific section she fills that nobody else in this cast has overlap with. Like, she's such a natural comedian. We have other funny queens, but it's not the same way. Like, she's so quick-witted with jokes. Like, Alyssa's funny, but Alyssa's just funny for being herself, you know? So I think Kitty is gonna kind of dominate anything involving comedy. Yeah, it won't even be close for me. But yeah, I think she could do extremely well. Especially if she's another one that can come back with some killer runways, then she will tick all the boxes, I think.
I was definitely surprised that it was Kitty. And I don't mean that in a negative way whatsoever. I just didn't think it would be. And I agree. I think she is kind of a very underrated pick from UK3. I didn't think it was going to be a pick from UK3 on a whole, honestly. I thought it was going to be one of the more popular seasons. But this choice surprised me and delighted me in so many ways. And I was hoping that we would get at least one camp queen on this cast. And I'm thrilled that if it is anyone, that it is Kitty. She, like you said, David, she's kind of in a lane of her own. No one else is really doing what Kitty does. And she does it so perfectly that I think, don't be surprised if we see Kitty Scott Claus in the top 4. I would not be surprised in the slightest. And I think consistency is the number one thing for her that is going to aid her in this. Plus, RuPaul loves her. So I think that's all going to make for a great, fantastic season for Kitty. And she deserves this platform too. Not that anybody else from the UK doesn't, but I'm happy to see it.
Well, there's one that
I
doesn't.
agree.
Which one? I could name more than one.
More than one.
Name them.
A mystery 11th contestant. But I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's
Oh my
not
god,
who
you're right. I even forgot about that.
That's not who I have in mind, but
Who do you have in
we'll move
mind?
on.
I wasn't
Someone
even thinking.
someone that might have been mentioned earlier in this podcast, but we'll move.
Wait, say the first letter.
S.
Set her aside.
It's me. You? Oh, wow, really?
Wait, what'd you do? What did I miss?
Her name starts with S and ends with Scarlet Harlot. I love her though. Don't hate on me. I just want to know the reason.
I just never vibed with her, really.
Well, you're going to be mad when they do the Scarlets versus the World season that I hinted at a few weeks ago. It's coming.
Someone
all the
has to
different
go home
Scarlets
first.
from all over.
Damn.
Even over
Someone has
Scarlet
to go
Adams?
first.
Scarlet Bobo, Shannon Scarlet.
Someone has to go first. Well, Scarlet Adams won't even be asked.
That's
Someone will change their name to Scarlet. They'll add Scarlet to the end of their name.
I'm waiting for Electra versus the World.
Yep.
That
I want
part.
to see that.
Scarlets
Now
versus
it's
Electras.
Pythia.
He's
Oh my God,
there.
that'd be great. Now we can talk about Pythia.
Love Pythia. I was convinced that they were not going to have a Canada pick at all this season.
Yeah.
And it seemed like that way for a while. It seemed like there wasn't going to be a single Canada girl. But if it was going to be anybody, it was going to be Pythia. It's just such a natural choice for Canada's pick. She is, I don't know, just such a prolific queen in every way possible. And I also think that she's kind of like on an equal but opposite wavelength with Kitty Scott Claus, that I think she is occupying her own lane as well. David, that was a wonderful phrase, way that you put it actually with Kitty. And I think it applies to Pythia, because while Kitty occupies a lane of camp, Pythia occupies that alternative lane.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely more bright, fun colored, but I would still categorize her drag as alternative. And I think that's going to be a really fun, creative way to sort of shake up the season. I think RuPaul is going to love Pythia in a way that she loves Willow Pill. That sort of way. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said that Pythia is going to go home on the talent show or something like that. And I'm like, no, Pythia is going to come up with a talent show as crazy and kooky as Willows, and they're going to love it. RuPaul's going to love Pythia in the best way possible. And I'm going to love Pythia seeing her again in the best way possible.
I agree. I'm excited for Pythia. A fun fact about her is that every single time Pythia won a challenge, the winner of the season, Isis, was in the bottom.
Ooh.
So maybe if the curse continues, we'll know who the winner is this season really early.
All right.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Pythia. I hope we get to see more of her personality in this season. And yeah, I'm just overall excited about her. I'm fascinated by this promo look. How is her look floating? Can you see that?
I think
It's invisible string.
Mm-hmm.
Her mind. It's amazing. Yeah, her runways are going to be amazing. She dominated the runway in season 2. So yeah.
Pythia. We've talked about her a lot before we were ready to, and I think part of it might have been because I think we're excited for her. And I will speak for myself. When I saw the cast, Pythia was the one I was most excited about. I adore Pythia so much. Hot take: she was my winner pick for season 2 of Canada's Drag Race. I love Isis too.
I don't think that's a hot take, love.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But yes, I'm so excited to see her and RuPaul because I think, and I know we don't like to compare queens, but I think there's a little bit of a Crystal Method edge to Pythia, and we know that RuPaul loved Crystal. And I think honestly, Pythia is more of a polished version of Crystal, and I can say that because I know Crystal personally.
I was going to say you're like best friends with Crystal.
No, I'm not even close. But yeah, I think that she could do very, very well, and I think she's going to be the person I'm most interested on the runway each week. She's got it. I'm excited for her.
To get another set of Pythia runways, like we are so lucky to be able to see another round of Pythia runways.
With a budget this time.
With a budget. Like, oh my God. She is the person I am the most excited about on the runway by far. No question. Add them as well to the hot list. Hello. But I agree with you, Matthew. For a while, we were like, I don't know if we're going to get a Canada rep. And the other person that was rumored, I would have been fine with as well. Because I think
who was that again?
It was Jada Shada Hudson.
Oh, okay. Oh, I would have loved to see Jada again.
I would have screamed to scream I'd never screamed before if Jada Shada Hudson was on this cast. But I am still so thrilled for Pythia. I think it is the right choice right now for where Canada's Drag Race is. So thrilled for season 4 coming soon. But I think Pythia is another one that I think is going to only gain from this season. I think she probably learned how funny she is as well, because I remember a lot of her self-doubt was about comedy challenges, and she went out and killed Snatch Game, and she did really well in a lot of these comedy-based challenges. And I think we're gonna see the final form of Pythia in a lot of different ways, and I'm both as a drag artist and as a human, because I know she's been doing a lot of work internationally in drag and doing a lot of work on herself, just as the human, and I'm thrilled to see it. Plus, getting Greek representation, in a way that we're also getting another country represented by having Pythia as the rep. So I'm thrilled.
I agree. There's another queen though that I would have loved to see from Canada, and that's E6000. I think that might be like a hot take. I don't know, but I love Eve her. She would have been perfect for this season because she's dying to like go back on Drag Race, but I think she only wants to do like a RuPaul season. I think RuPaul would love her. I think she would have brought a really interesting dynamic into like a new cast, like an international cast. Her runways are also amazing, so I would have loved to see Eve. But who knows? Maybe a future season.
One of the best Twitter follows.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Eve versus Alyssa in anything?
It'd be so good. And also, Eve did so well on Canada season 2, and I don't think that she was appreciated enough. So
she did not get the respect that she was entitled to.
She should have won the acting challenge.
And of course, we have to bring up Miss Fierce Delicious as well as another lovely choice from Canada.
How is she not on here?
She was filming
She
Traitors.
was too busy doing Traitors.
The Traitors is finished. It's finished.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
She would have been perfect.
I knew before I watched the damn episode that it was done.
She would have been so good.
No, I actually think she was under contract with CTV, which is why she couldn't do it.
Okay.
Because I mean, their season is still airing, and she's now the social correspondent for Traitors Canada, which is fab. But yeah, there's always Global All Stars 2, hopefully,
or 4.
Or 4. Actually, no, it needs to be Global All Stars 4. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about someone who is still actively on our television, and that's Miranda Lebrão for Brazil.
Yeah. Are you upset? Yeah. Yeah. It's Miranda. You know,
She's there.
She's on. No, okay. I'm not.
Damn.
Yeah, Miranda, I don't know. It's just like, it's okay. It's kind of that Ornella effect on España
That is
Huh?
that is the most accurate representation of how I feel about her, and I have not been able to verbalize it, but that is so correct.
It's just like yeah, thank you very much for appreciating that.
Absolutely.
No,
Thank you
yeah.
for that insight. Oh my god.
It's just like the Ornella effect that I feel like the fact that both of them went to go film an All-Star season before their season even aired or finished airing, before even their eliminations aired, hindered my excitement for not only them on their original season, but also them on All-Stars, All-Stars or España All-Stars. In some weird way, I can't articulate why it would affect my excitement for them on All-Stars, but it does in a way. Now, Miranda, I'm very happy we're getting Brazil. We're getting Brazilian representation on the season because she's the only Drag Race Brazil representative and the only Brazilian representative from any franchise, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very happy we're getting that, and it's going to like bring in a whole horde of fans.
Yeah.
To watch Global All-Stars. Excuse me. But I don't know. It's just like the fact that it might have been a contracting issue. It might have been something I don't know about. But the fact that she went in, and we're going into the finale of Brazil, and we have to pretend like we don't know that Miranda is going to be on Global All-Stars, and we have to pretend like some people have to be like, oh, we're Team Miranda, woohoo, as if we don't know.
Yeah.
She's probably going to get 3rd/4th and go on Global. I don't know. It's just like hinders the experience for me a little bit. Maybe that's on me. Maybe that means that means I shouldn't look at cast spoilers. But nonetheless, that's where I'm at right now. So,
could you imagine if she still won?
Oh my god, I hope she does. I was just gonna say, I hope she wins. I hope she wins.
I don't, but I think that would be the gag of the universe.
I hope she wins and that she finds out when she's like back from filming. That she's just like filming there and she just knows that she's a finalist.
She doesn't show up for the crowning.
Yeah, no, and she's like, yeah, I was a finalist on the set, and then she returns and she's like, oh my god, I won. I hope that happens.
Imagine, like, she just comes back and everyone's like, why weren't you at the viewing party where you won? And she was like, I didn't think I was gonna win, so I just like was at home with my curlers in my hair.
I want that to happen.
I was in a coma.
She broke her.
Pull you Hamasaki. I was in a coma.
Yeah, I hope that happens. I mean, I've not seen enough of Drag Race Brazil to form like a good opinion about Miranda, but yeah, I just hope she wins. I'm Team Miranda, full on.
I think that may be the worst possible opinion you could have right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Wait, I don't know. Is she really that hated?
Well,
why do y'all hate her?
I wouldn't.
Who do you prefer, Miranda or Scarlett?
Miranda.
Okay.
It's not
Matthew.
even like,
I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if you can verbalize it better. I don't.
With Miranda.
Yeah.
Well, I just think that she's part. Okay, Sad. I didn't know you that.
Sorry. No. That was Miranda coming through.
God, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if I can verbalize it. I can't articulate it. All the Brazilian fans are gonna like come for us in the comments.
I mean,
they already have.
They're on our side here.
They are actually. It's a lot to do with Miranda, specifically with the Black Queens on Brazil season 1, and the whole dynamic around that. I mean, she's definitely not the most hated of the top 4 by the overall fandom. I'll save the rest of my thoughts for my segment.
Yeah. It's a tough subject, and one that I don't think we can really articulate at the moment. It's just like I don't know if I have the vocabulary right now. But with that said, you know, like we will say it with every queen here. Like I'm not saying I am anti Miranda Lebrão, but I am saying if I end up seeing her go far in the season, cool, good for her. Like I'm very happy to see her like showcase her art on a global stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny because if we had done this recording a couple weeks ago, I might have been a little bit higher on
I
Miranda.
think we would have been a little bit higher on her for sure.
Because I mean she's done fairly well this season of Brazil. Like she's not been the front runner, but she's always been somebody that I've considered a possible winner. But it was just something about, I think it was episode 9 of Drag Race Brazil. It took a very mean-spirited turn for her.
Yeah.
Oh, during the
It,
roast or stand up?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was during that and at the beginning of the episode with her talking about Naza being gone. It just like suddenly I just saw a new side to her and it was very off-putting. It just completely turned me off from her. And I'm still trying to give her some grace because maybe she was having a rough day. But I do think she's a talented queen, and I do like seeing some older queen representation here because there's not I think she may be the oldest in the cast. It's probably
Alyssa
her and
is the
Alyssa.
oldest.
Okay.
Alyssa's the oldest by I think a couple years.
Do
Okay.
you know what age they both are?
She's
I think
47
Miranda-
according to Monet Exchange.
Miranda or Alyssa?
Alyssa.
Okay.
I think that's right. I think
Is it?
I think
No,
let's-
it's not right. It's not right. I said according to Monet Exchange. I'll Google their ages.
Oh my god, I just got that.
Yeah. I was
She's
like,
43. Alyssa's 43.
and Miranda's got to be like 42 or 41.
I think she's 41.
Okay.
Or she was at the time of filming filming season 1 of Brazil.
Yeah.
And Pacina's like 44, right? 44, 45?
Yeah.
Yeah.
China's the oldest. Yeah, we're getting too in the
Hold
weeds
on.
here. While you look that up, I'll continue. I do think she's somebody who could do well because she's been well rounded in the season, and I think just having that experience under her belt, I think she's going to be even better in Global All Stars. So, will I be surprised if she does well? No, not at all. I don't want to see that mean spiritedness from her. Like I like a good villain, but I like a fun villain, and she just kind of turned into a not fun villain.
A
out of
Galavero.
random. Yeah, we need a Galavero.
Mhm.
So according to Fandom Wiki, Miranda is 33.
That's not true.
No way.
I don't know that to be true, but that's what Fandom Wiki is saying.
Miranda LeBron.
Yes. I'm looking at my phone right now, and it says Miranda LeBrow, 33.
Hold on.
Wow.
You are all seeing it now, but that is what this says. I don't know that to be 100% true, but that's what this says. So
Was
It also says
Miranda
that
part
on
of the-
Wikipedia too.
I mean, I believe everything that's on the internet, so I think it's
oh
true.
my god, me too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think
was
you
Miranda,
put it Hmm.
was Miranda on the first or second premiere?
She was in the first.
First, okay. I'm literally
remem-
like watching the
remember
episode. Like
Remember, all the white Brazilians were in the first premiere.
that's right.
And I will say, like on a serious note, we did learn recently about Miranda being burned when she was younger, and she's had to have part of her face reconstructed. Her nose is not
Yeah.
the nose she was born with, so there may be things that like made her seem a little bit older than she was. She still looks great. So,
But I could have
Yeah.
sworn like in my head, I thought I remember like when they showed like the little name tags at the start of the episode. I remember like thinking that Pacina and Miranda were kind of like in a similar age.
I mean, I couldn't tell them apart for the first like 5 episodes, if I'm being honest. So like that's probably what it is for me. Regardless, I think what you said, Matthew, really, like visually replied earlier. I think it is the Hornella effect. Truly, like I'm just like, I don't know. She's also not been my favorite on this season of Drag Race Brazil, and I think maybe with some time away after we see her, and when we see her on Global All Stars, maybe I'll have a different opinion. I'm not 100% sure. I think what she brings more than anything is consistency, and that's what we've seen from her for the most part on this season of Brazil. Is she's a very consistent, very talented individual. Don't be surprised if we see Miranda in the top 4. I really would not be surprised, and I think I would have had a couple of other choices personally for the Brazilian representative other than Miranda. I think someone like Ruby Ocean would have thrived on this cast personally. But
Even more.
no more.
Oh.
No more. I might be thinking Diva because Diva is older. That might be the
She's
whole.
42.
She ain't no diva.
No, she's not. But yeah, Miranda's there. Cool.
You should put her in your top 4, Matthew.
Oh,
That'd be great.
on my Instagram story, people are about to go crazy when I say my top 4 is like Alyssa, Miranda. Who else did I say? I don't remember who I said. Gala.
So and Athena.
No, I mean like.
Oh, your fake one.
Yeah.
They're gonna drag you. Just like we might do
Oh my
to
God.
this last up. Vanity Vane from Drag Race Sverige.
Oh my God. I didn't know that y'all didn't like her. I mean, I only saw the first half of Drag Race Sweden, so I don't really know.
And
but-
that's why you don't know.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
So
well,
no shade to you, but shade to her.
no, it's fair.
Like, okay, Vanity Vane. Like, let me backpedal. Drag Race Sverige. If I heard that they were casting one single person from Drag Race Sverige from that 9-person cast, I'm telling you with like my whole heart and with the most love I can muster, Vanity Vane would have been my 9th choice.
Oh,
Same.
and who would be the first? It will be Antonina Nutshell,
Absolutely, it would.
right?
Yep.
No. In all reality, mine would have been Fontana.
Wait,
Yeah.
we literally had a contestant who said only RuPaul can judge me.
Where's
who it should have
Santana
been.
Sex Machine?
Yep. Did you see Santana? She posted on Instagram like a couple months ago where she was like, "Hello, I'm Santana. You might know me as Santana Sex Machine on Canada
did.
versus the World, but I haven't been cast yet," or something.
I did, and I hope.
But yeah, I say that with the most love. That Vanity would probably have been my 9th choice from the season. However, just by the very nature of her being a contestant from Drag Race Sverige, just on that principle alone, I will be rooting for her on every level.
Yeah.
I don't think I would put her in my top 4, but I would put her in my top 5, my top 6.
Okay.
Just by the very nature of her being a Drag Race Sverige contestant, because I do think that franchise is probably the most ignored or the least cared about by the entire fan base. So that's the one I would be most excited to see a single queen come back. That would be the season I'm most excited to see anybody come back, just for the chance at a global audience. Now, with what I said about Vanity, you might think I might hate her or I don't respect her talents. No, I do respect her talents. I actually agree with her winning that design challenge. I think she is she's a very good lip syncer. And her verse in Every Queen 8. Like, I think about it often, but also it was just like on repeat in the car the other day.
Good.
But yeah, exactly. Like it needs the streams. So I'm excited to see Vanity.
So why do you hate her?
So I hate her because she is a fat cunt and she wears.
And the shoes that
I
she
would like-
gave me
I would
were
like to
not
t-
something that I would particularly buy for myself. They were old maiden type of shoes. And she said that those shoes were meant to be worn on a beautiful woman. So if that's the case, she should have put them back on the rack and shouldn't even have purchased them because she was unqualified to own those shoes, if that's the case. I just think Gemma is a disgrace. She is I can go on. I know the entire thing.
Now, see, what I'm wondering is, would New York call Vanity a cocksucking, cum-guzzling Republican cunt? That's what I want.
I think so. I think
so.
Pollard is happy that she's not in the White House. She sleeps better at night knowing she's not in the White House.
I think so.
Amphibian, reptile, whatever.
God. But Vanity, I will say, in my times like interacting with Vanity, she's been a very lovely person. I just think the producers, the storyboarders, whoever is in charge of editing the shows over in Sweden, they did not do her any favors. I think every confessional we got of her was her being pessimistic, was her being dismissive, and shady, but not even shady in a fun way. Every single confessional we got of that, and that really like hurt my taste for her. So I hope that they give her like this opportunity to show a different side of her, and really show her talents and really represent for the Sverige contestants, since she's the only one that we have now. But like I said, any Sverige contestant on Versus the World, Global All Stars, gung ho team them. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't hate this queen. World of Wonder, if you're listening, I love all of these queens so much. So, but yeah,
World of Wonder's
I'm
not watching this.
maybe you never
never
know.
know.
You
They
never
don't
know
love
who's,
us. They
who's
won't
lurking
love
out
us.
here. You never know.
That's true.
But yeah, I'm excited for her. Also, I love that. I think like the only two queens in history to do a runway look where they have multiple heads are both on this season, Bethia and Vanity.
Oh.
Am I wrong? I could be wrong.
I want to say someone on Thailand did, but I don't remember.
Would you count Nelenia with like the extra face on her stomach?
Let's say no, just so I'm right.
Okay.
Or Evie with the face on the back.
But that
Okay.
was
But yeah, I guess I'm excited for her. Maybe not anymore after everything y'all said, but I'm excited to see more of her because I didn't see all of her on the season. So
you should have seen Logan and I talking about Vanity when we were doing our Sverige episodes. we did not give her a fair shake.
like
No, we really
cyberbullying.
A little bit. I'm gonna be honest.
Damn.
Coach.
If Vanity is actually also here in the call right now, I'll let her in.
Yeah, because she went home first.
Yeah, so I don't hate Vanity, first of all. I think there's basically we have
Wait, I love how we all had to start with I don't hate Vanity.
oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
And
Well,
some
you
of
and
y'all were lying.
you and I started so strong, Matthew, that's why.
Sorry, David, go ahead.
It's okay. I think basically we've got three types of villains. You have the fun, like rootable villains, like the Galaveros, and then you have the one that is not very rootable at all because they just feel like they're kind of crossing a line, and that's kind of how Miranda's been recently on Brazil. And I think Vanity's kind of that third one in the middle that you're actively rooting against, but it's not like you hate them as a person and you want to see them suffer. It's just there's an unlikable edge to them that you're just ready for them to go. And that's kind of how I felt about Vanity, especially near the end of her season, especially because she was kind of pitting herself against some really likable characters from that season, people who we would have loved to see that could have represented multiple countries. But
Antonina.
there we go. Yes.
Absolutely.
We need some Japanese representation in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna hold my comment.
But I do, if I'm being honest, I kind of feel like Vanity she kind of stands out in this cast as maybe somebody who was cast to go early. Like I would be kind of surprised if she makes it past the first 3 eliminations. But who knows? Who knows?
Wow.
I completely agree with Matthew when I say I'm going to say this with love, but she would have been my 9th pick. And I never got Vanity Vane. And I think for all of the reasons that you brought up, Matthew, I don't think I ever got Vanity. I think I've also had a lot of really lovely personal interactions with other Sverige contestants to where, like, I met Indigo twice at DragCon. I ran into her on the Santa Monica Pier, just randomly walking. And I was in her vlog. I was there. So if you check out her drag, thank you. I was there. But like for me, like joking aside, I think someone like Antonina, who's representing several countries, for specifically Fontana, I think was the kind of obvious choice. So Vanity getting the spot over someone like that, it confused me a little bit. This was the choice I was most confused by. And I think she might be set up to maybe not go all the way in the competition. But who knows? She could get there and absolutely gag us. And if she does, I'm going to give her flowers because I'm here for it. And I agree with Matthew. Any Sverige representation is good representation for me, and I'm going to root for anybody from Drag Race Sverige to be on an international season in hopes that we see it return.
True. Also, I don't think Sverige is cancelled. I heard some people talk about the fact that they're just postponing season 2 because Eurovision is happening in Sweden right now, and they
That
might
makes
not
a lot
have
of sense.
production ready or like budget ready for season 2. So nothing officially says that it's like totally scrapped. So it might return. It might take like a few years off, like Thailand, which I hope. Because
And when Elektra wins Melody Festivalen and that confirms Drag Race Sverige season 2, then what?
And when Vanity Fair hosts season 2,
when Antonina
Nutshell.
Well, Antonina Nutshell is taking over for RuPaul in UK.
Oh, you're so
right.
yeah,
totally right.
And Fontana's taking over for Greg.
There we go.
Yeah.
The panel is Fontana, Kelly Hilton, and Victoria Shakespeare. Greg is out.
Melissa B. Pierce.
Oh, but of course.
Not Melissa B. Pierce. Hold on.
Melissa
Melissa Bianchini.
Bianchini. I can't believe I said Melissa.
Abby Owen.
And I can't believe I agreed with you.
I was like, well, I was just watching Dragula, so that was on my mind. So maybe that's why I Melissa B. Pierce. But Melissa Bianchini.
Yes.
And there's our cast.
Wow.
Okay, guys, pick one winner. One.
Tessa Testicle.
Okay.
I said it earlier, Eva the Queen.
I'm gonna say Queen Kong.
I love that.
Mine's Soa Demuse. Okay, so we got like a diverse pick of winners here. Okay, so I also did want to say this earlier. Even when I was talking like about my curse, I do think that this cast is stacked enough that no matter who anybody would pick as the winner, it's going to be heartbreaking every which way.
Yeah.
No matter who goes home when, it's going to be heartbreaking.
I agree.
So it's going to be a fun season to watch, I think.
This is such a random cast, though. Just looking at
Isn't it the randomest cast? Like looking at them all together, I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so random. But, I mean, I guess that's the fun about it. But yeah, it's really random.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
I have a question. So if the top half and the bottom half represented the first 6 and the out in the top 6, which would you rather be the top 6?
The bottom.
Yeah,
wait, I have to think about this.
Me too.
Bottom.
It's close though.
Is it?
Okay.
It is close for me.
I'm also going to agree bottom.
Yeah.
Well,
but that would be some heartbreaking eliminations on the top 6.
I know.
The top literally has half of my top 4, and the bottom has the other half of my top 4. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But it's tough.
Well, you know, I would ask who you all would have cast in place of these people, but I think that's going to be its own video for a later time. But that is that. Again, like we said earlier, please don't put any spoilers in the comments, but let us know what countries, people you are the most excited to see in the comments below. Matthew, Seddera, I want to thank you both so much again for joining us. This was incredible, and you are both welcome back literally anytime.
Thank you for having us. I had a great time.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
And David, thanks for always being here.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have not already subscribed and you made it through almost an hour and a half of our content, please do, because that'd be phenomenal and fantastic. Hit all the buttons that say you support us, because we truly do appreciate all of your support. Down in the description below, you can also go follow all of our socials. The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You could follow the 4 of us as well. All of our links will be down there as well. And if you want to get your merch, the link for that is down in the description below as well, including but not limited to the Cup mug. So with all that being said, my darlings, my divas, my angels, cheers.
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 Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
Adios.
Adios.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.